timestamp. It's October 12th, a little bit after 4 in the morning. Milton passed through a couple days ago to say howdy. Didn't enjoy it. I'm enjoying coffee. Power came on about an hour and a half ago. So I was able to make coffee without breaking out the grill and the camping pot. So cool. We've been drinking soda and water pretty much the whole time. So if you're a coffee junkie like myself and my older boy, been without coffee for a couple days. Catching up, trying to clear out my email box. Getting so much political stuff in there, it's not even funny. And a lot of it's not even funny. Health-wise, feel fine. A little bit of anxiety because, we have a giant oak tree leaning on the house currently. That's unnerving. Currently charging the battery on my chainsaw now that we can. So I'm going to see what I can do, because I sent out emails to some of the tree services, but I imagine they've gotten 1,000 plus requests over the past couple days, so I don't know. No one's made contact with me. I have no idea where we are on the list there. We've been working in the backyard because it was out of control, as you probably know if you've been watching for a while. And kind of clearing a path, getting to the oak, some palm trees and other shrubs and things, trying to kill that off, get it out of there. Oh man. Got a little bit of going on, but otherwise I'm okay. Found they were growing on a vine tangled around some of the stuff out there. I'm not sure what they are. These guys. Don't know. Got a dozen of them sitting over here. Not sure. Did a Google Lens thing on it. Some of it came up as mango. And some of it came up as bale fruit. Bael. Which I guess it's an Indian fruit used in some medicines. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I need to actually do a full scan. Try and figure out what the hell these things are. I've got a dozen of them sitting over here, though. I mean, they're pretty solid. A couple of them are a little mushy here and there, but they got that weird, almost like avocado wrinkling on some of them, too, which is interesting. If you can see that. I'm not sure. I don't know what these are. Apparently the bale fruit is native to India, but has made its way here, so I don't know. I mean, we're not gonna crunch into them. More of a curiosity. I mean, if they are mango, well then, I got 12 sitting right here. We have a small harvest. I didn't know. I'm not gonna, in the words of Igor, I won't be the first. Yeah, I'm not sure. Those little incidental music touches of the coffee maker making noises. Haven't heard that in a few days either. So, yeah. We're alive. We're okay. We have power as of very shortly ago. Have an oak tree leaning on the house, which I would, not prefer. Parts of our fence were, and it was already old, 30-year-old wood fence. It is no more. But we've got some chain link in the back, because we had started to set up a dog run. Actually, we didn't start to. We did set up a dog run 20 some odd years ago. kind of dividing the backyard. We're going to try and dig that up and reposition it, because we don't really need it back there and we could use it somewhere else. So we're going to repurpose. Didn't really lose anything in the way of food because that freezer is amazing, and I've been funneling stuff from the fridge that isn't necessarily amazing to the freezer as it became more critical temperature wise. So I've got a lot of food still pre-prepped. We've been eating the hot food cold, very picnic-like, honestly. You know, noodles, vegetables, chicken strips, things like that. Just put them all together. So, cottage cheese and whatnot before it dies. Been eating pretty well, frankly. Good planning on my part. But yeah, no, finish that off over the next day or two, because I did make probably about a week's worth of food. Just because I've been through this with Irma. We were without power for 5 days, I think, something like that. A bit. My pups are happily talking on their phones and computers, letting their friends know. So different when I was a kid, but letting their friends know that they're alive and all that. Now that they have the means to do it. Yeah. Back in the day, you know, we would have just hopped on our bike and ridden over to our friend's house and let them know that we were okay. But like my youngest has best online friends are in Ireland, South Africa, and I think has one friend in Texas. That's probably the closest geographic friend. So they game together every day, 8 days a week, kind of thing. So it's weird not having, you know, like friends down the street or something. It's, I mean, I'm cool with it because, again, I grew up with Star Trek, so the idea of, you know, an international, interworldly community, yeah, no, it makes sense to me. It's just wild the way the world's changed, you know. You know, growing up for me, my best friends were, I had one down the street from me, I had one in Temple Terrace, and we were almost in Temple Terrace. It was about a 3-5 miles. I don't know. Could make it there on my bike in 30 minutes without any problem. As long as Temple Terrace cops didn't harass me along the way. Bunch of long stories there. Yeah, I could make it there in probably about 20 minutes. Yeah, straight shot down Temple Heights Road, across 56, down River Hills Drive. Yeah. If you're local, you know. You know, just like the Kmart that I used to go to on Bush and 56. That was a long time ago now. They had Star Wars figures for $1.97. You know, they had the Empire Strikes Back line on the shelf, and the Return of the Jedi line was just coming out. Pretty cool. By Kenner. Yeah, I'm showing my age. You can Google that if you want. Cats are happy. Jinx and Hex have been ramming into my legs for the past hour. Dad, we got power. We got power. We can see. Really wonder what these things are. The green speckling thing. I've got that song from The Way to Eden in my head. Going on to Eden, yeah, brother. Again, if you know, you know. Herbert. So, that's the sound of the litter box. Good Lord. Remember, we're looking for palladium. Gold is, you know, acceptable too. Platinum, it's fine. Honestly, even copper. Not sure which cat that is, but they're a minor at heart. OR, not or ER, not OR. I don't even want to know. I think they found metal. Oh, it's the little things. So yeah, I think if I get on the roof, which I have a means to do that, I can probably chainsaw off. Need to find my pole saw. Actually, I know where my pole saw is. It's got a little bit of an oil leak. We'd done a Walmart order. I know this sounds like I'm bouncing around. There's a point to all this. We'd done a Walmart order, I don't know, 3 months ago. And when they deliver stuff that wasn't on your order, you know, I report it and all that and let them know, hey, I didn't order this, you know, or hey, you missed this. If it's a food item, they're just like, hang on to it, we don't care. You know, they write it off. We got a huge, like gallon and a half tub, bucket, jug, it's huge, of vegetable oil, which, you know, a lot of people cook with. We switched to olive oil. And it sounds so snobbish, but just for health reasons, we switched to olive oil like years ago. So we don't really use vegetable oil. I've still got a gallon of it in the pantry from yesteryear. But we got this other one in too. And what I'm getting at here is I had looked online a while back when we were doing some trimming and stuff, because like chainsaw oil, machine oil, it's actually pretty stupid expensive. And about all the like lumberjack sites that I was on said that a very good and even natural, you know, if you're feeling incredibly, I don't even know what to call it here, but if you're feeling really green, is to, instead of using machine oil, which is typically like petroleum based, to actually use vegetable oil, olive oil, sunflower oil, any of those kind of oils, pardon, in lieu of machine oil, and that your machine, your chainsaw, your pole saw, whatever, will work just as well, if not better, and it's better for the environment, essentially. So the last time we had, you know, done a bout of this stuff, I was using those kind of oils, because, yeah, okay, it's a lot cheaper, and the machine oil's like way expensive for just a little thing. The point of this is, there is a point. My pole saw, which, you know, I'm not the Tim Allen sort of guy, but my pole saw is pretty cool, but it's kind of got a little bit of an oil leak now. I don't know if it's just, you know, whatever, I used it a lot, but you would think these things wouldn't happen. So it burns through oil really fast, because it's not only using the oil for lubricant and all that, but it's also, you know, not staying in the canister like it should. So, joking with picks, it always seems to happen. I get the urge to buy something, not necessarily needing it, and then a month later we do need it, you know, or I find something, pick it up just on a whim, and then, you know, the next day somebody says, hey, if only we had, and I do have that. I saw one by the road yesterday and I grabbed it. You know, that's, my world works that way. It's really weird. I've gotten used to it, but people around me are still, when it happens, they're just like, how? What did you know? And the thing of it is, when I pick it up, I didn't know. I just knew that I should grab it. If you have the same problem, situation, whatever in your life, you might understand. Otherwise, you're probably sitting back thinking I'm insane. But the vegetable oil came. Again, it was like in an order like 2 months ago. We didn't order it. Let Wally know, and they were like, yeah, we don't care. Food item, we're not taking it back. It's pretty standard procedure. Just like, you know, you can't take, you know, makeup back to a store, cosmetics, because we don't know what you've done to it. Frankly, I mean, that's the whole thing. It could be contaminated now and it could get somebody else sick or dead. So, it's a thing. It's just the way our world is. Ever since the Tylenol scare. That kind of catalyzed that, but I think we would have gotten there anyway. Just as a society, as a people, we would have gotten there, but the Tylenol scare certainly jump-started that. You can Google that too if you want. I think it was cyanide. I don't know. I was a kid. I remember everybody was pretty freaked out though. So I got this giant tub of vegetable oil. We're not going to cook with it. But now I'm going to be running a chainsaw and pole saw a lot over the next few days / week. Interesting. That was my Jafar. So that's pretty cool. I just accidentally have the thing I need. Cool. But I was joking with Pix, because we were talking about, some of our hold my beer plans for the backyard. And I was like, we have a big old thing of vegetable oil in there now. And she was like, of course we do. Yes, I know about that. She looked at me. It was that, this is that weird luck thing with you. Yep. We do indeed have a big thing of vegetable oil that we didn't think we needed at the time, and now suddenly we do. Cool. Magic. Catching up on some of the political stuff. Something that tickled me. So I guess in a couple of Trump's recent rallies, his rants, whatnot, thought I had offspring coming in the room. He's been saying that, text causing mischief. Of course it is. He's been saying that, women want safety and he's there to provide them with safety and security, because the leftist Marxists, don't have the capacity to do that. And they don't care and all that. And I thought it was interesting because he was saying about, Project 2025, or, his policy, same thing, means safety and security for women. Safety, I don't think exactly that. The security, to a point, yes. Their policies definitely do mean security for women, in the respect that their policies, and I've read portions of 2025, and it doesn't mince words. It's pretty upfront with what it's about. It does mean security for women, in the respect that women are at that point pretty much property if they get everything in place that they want to. If you're female and you're watching this, your right to vote is now in question. You don't have control of your own health care. So you do have security in that you will be a treasured possession of someone. If not someone, at least the government. So, if you're not sure what I'm getting at, watch or read The Handmaid's Tale, and you'll get a little better idea. If you get out of line, I don't know that they'll take your eye out or execute you. Actually, in some places they can and want to execute you if you have an abortion or something like that, because they'll try you for murder. But yeah, ask yourself, how do I look in a red robe? Does it wash me out? Does it go with my complexion? Does it make my eyes really pop? If you want to be property, vote red. It's fine. If you're even remotely modern or forward thinking, don't. Because you're going to be voting to be someone else's property. Just don't do that. Be independent. Be you. It's okay. I've got that Virginia Slims slogan in my head. You come a long way, baby. Cigarette ad from yesteryear. But yet, let's not go backward. Let's not go backward. Let's, we had Margaret Thatcher, we've had female leaders in the world. The recent German president was rather impressive in my opinion as well. Let's get to the point where the idea of a female first officer in Star Trek isn't passé, and we can actually move on to the Captain Janeway concept. We can have female leadership, it's okay. But we can't have female leadership if women are property. They don't work together. They don't work together. One thing I do want to say here, I find it very funny-ish, is it Amy Coney Barrett, the Supreme Court Justice, very into kind of a Project 2025 mentality, fundamental Christian extreme, in my opinion, attitude, viewpoints. The thing that really baffles me about, sort of a paradox about her entire existence, really, is she's into the idea of, the very Old Testament concept of, women are a helpmeet to the man. They're not superior, they're in fact inferior and here to assist the menfolk. If you really feel that way, what are you doing on the Supreme Court? If you get what I'm getting at here. If that's really your viewpoint as far as, what being a woman is, I think you should step down and go make a sandwich. Because your entire existence is paradoxical to what you say your viewpoints are. So which is it? Do you believe those things and you're living your own personal lie? Or do you not believe those things? You just wanted to apply to everybody else. Which is it, lady? You get me? Haven't quite been able to wrap my brain around that ever since she said yes. When I knew a fair amount about her and all that, it's just like, wait a minute. Well, that doesn't make a damn bit of sense. It really doesn't. Yeah, you're a vegan that just proudly stated that you're going to be a cattle farmer. Which is it? It's all very confusing to me. There I go, trying to be rational again, right? Shame on me. Oh, man. And had one of those big French vanilla, the cardboard, like half-gallon cartons. Tucked it into the freezer right away, so our creamer didn't go bad. It still has liquid creamer. I didn't have to break out the powder. Oh, hallelujah. I'll do the powder creamer, but I become a little snobbish. The liquid creamer is just so much yummier and just, yeah. Hey, Doodle. Taxi. I hear you. We've got debris everywhere. Not from the storm, whatnot, just because we stacked up things and moved things, and we've kind of created our own mess with the whole lack of power Category 3 hurricane thing coming. Minor concerns. Talked to my parents, or my mom at least, yesterday. They're okay. I don't know if I mentioned this before or not, but if I didn't, now I am. They're okay. I'm gonna get some more creamer. Hold on. Oh yeah. So, talked to my mom. They're okay. Next time, she said she wants to go to a shelter though, because she was scared. Which, yeah. I mean, they're up in Pasco County. They were further away from it than we were, but they're still without power. Well, they were still without power. They might have power now. I don't know. But I know, we had a train full of ghosts outside. I'm sure they probably at least had some of that. If you look at the map, I'm here, and just for historical reasons, I'll mention this. The entire, middle swath of Florida is a lot without power. Roads are still flooded. You got the top third of the state and the bottom third of the state. That middle section, just Milton bitch slapped it. And I'm the bitch. So, but my mom said that, and this both annoys and tickles me, just from a standpoint. Bear in mind, Pix and I have been attempting to help, but being stubborn 80-plus-year-olds, they're going to do it their way. They know better than we do. We're just children. They're the wise ones, etc. You get the gist. Oh, hi. Luther. My mom said that they have food. Kids. They have food, but that most of it has to be cooked or prepared, as my mom put it. Now, Pix and I had both warned them, you may be without power, so take steps, And both my parents are big on, and it's a family thing, honestly. I expect probably every family has a, favorite lunch meat sandwich. This may sound stupid, but just making conversation. And for the Wolf King clan, nothing beats a good ham and Swiss. You can make some adjustments here and there. I've recently come to love Havarti. Yummy. And I had picked up, this is something that Pix and I have been snacking on the past day or two. I had picked up some ham, some turkey, and also, because Aldi was pretty wiped out of a lot of things coming into Milton, because people were panic buying, prepping, whatnot. It's hard to say we're panic buying and, rationally preparing where the line is, where the separation is. Because Category 3 hurricane, I know they were saying Category 5, but all the meteorologists that were worth their salt were saying that because of the wind shear, the cold front, it was going to weaken the storm before it actually hit. So just think about if you're in Bradenton, Manatee, and I love you, I hope you're okay. Just think if it had been in Cat 5 hitting Sarasota. There's already destruction down there, but you're talking about a difference of 40-mile-an-hour winds like plus 40. Instead of it hitting at 120, 125, it would have been hitting at 160, 180, like it was spinning out in the Gulf. I mean, you'd have buildings that are standing now that would not be standing. The death toll would be huge. I don't know what it is yet, but I know it would have been exponentially higher. But at Aldi, most of the normal cheese was gone, which is okay. Whatever. We get in here, at Casa de Wolfgang, we get in, hi, yes, we're good. Pardon. Just for everyday usage, I usually get, and they're like $18. Big old pillow-sized bag of Fiesta mix from Wally. It's like a, Mexican blend, cheddar, whatever. And it works well with just about anything, and the boys love it. So I'll get that in, I'll break it up and put it in like smaller Ziploc baggies, freeze some, keep some in the fridge, and it keeps my pups real happy. And it's good everyday functional cheese, and it's shred, so you can kind of do whatever you want with it, no slicing necessary, just sprinkle it, melt it, whatever, you're good to go. But yeah, Aldi had like none of the regular cheeses on the shelf, which I thought was funny, just because there were so many just bizarre cheeses still on the shelf, more exotic, whatnot. And I'm certain that my fellow Floridians were walking by it going, I don't know what that is, I'm not going to touch that. That's so strange, no, I don't want that. And I look at it, I'm a German-American kid. A lot of these cheeses and whatnot are things that I grew up with, maybe special occasions, but I at least know what they are. And I'm looking at it going, all right, that's pretty cool. All right, that's pretty cool. Won't work for what I'm doing, but yeah, it's cool. So, but I picked up a couple of pre-sliced packs of Munster cheese, which is just divine on a good sandwich. So Pix and I have had like turkey and Munster sandwiches. She gets hers with mayo. I put mayo on mine and honey mustard. Good stuff. My parents did none of that kind of prep. This is all stuff that I'm like, when I'm on the phone with them going, hey, do you want to order this? Hey, do you want to order this? And she's ordering jars and cans of stuff that does need to be prepped, and I'm thinking to myself, all right, you probably already got that covered. Dawn or one of your friends probably took you to the store and you got that at Publix or Aldi and you got it in the fridge and it's there. No, my mom was under the impression that she'd be able to cook or whatnot throughout. There's also the fact that my dad has probably 5 years, 10 years worth of MREs in his survival gear because, we're about to enter a Civil War apocalypse, what have you. They're very hard to raise, my parents. So yeah, there's I'm gonna obviously call in the morning and check on them, see if they have power, see if they've eaten their dogs or something like that. And they also have a propane grill with extra tanks. And because my dad is kind of a doomsday planner, he's got the gear to set up the propane grill and put something on top of the grill and cook said thing. But I think with the Alzheimer's, he's not thinking about that. It's frustrating, just watching them make bad decisions and or self-destruct from a distance. And I can't get too close or Dad might shoot me. So I can just try and advise my mom over the phone, see if she can get through to him. This has been the past year. It sucks. Because I'm 53, but I'm still 12 and therefore have no life skills and or good advice that I can offer them. If you've been in this situation, you get me. But yeah, they've got They've got the gear. They've got the supplies. They could be thriving. But they're not thinking about it. My mom's just saying, oh, I don't have anything. Everything has to be cooked. This is when you beforehand buy 5 or 10 loaves of bread and put them in the freezer, and pull them out to thaw as you need them. Because they've got freezers like I do to where stuff stays very cold for days and days and days. You buy 10 packs of pre-sliced ham and 10 packs of Swiss or Munster. And if worst case scenario, food fatigue aside, you just have really good sandwiches for a couple days. It's not that hard. And they have the resources to go out and buy 10 packs of ham. Frustrating. Trying to keep them alive and they're resisting me on this. I don't get it. Man, that's good. Harry and David breakfast blend. Because again, people comment and ask me questions on Facebook instead of on the videos itself, which baffles me because you're right there. And somebody invariably will ask, so what coffee are you drinking? It's Harry and David breakfast blend. Good, staple, all-purpose, yummy coffee. And the Harry and David, man, except for flavors that I already knew I probably wouldn't like, I have yet to be disappointed by their products. Even some flavors that I was like, I don't know, like butterscotch caramel. I bought it on a whim. This years ago, probably 3 years ago. Butterscotch caramel. I bought some Harry and David butterscotch caramel because we got it at Ollie's. I was like, let me give it a try. It's one of my favorite coffees. Was not a flavor that I thought, this is going to be the one. I'm going to love this coffee. I think it's amazing. But yeah, no, my favorite's still the Kauai vanilla macadamia. Oh my god. Yum. I'm out. Sadness. I got other good stuff, so I'll get more. Not a complaint, because I have lots of good coffee to work with. I have a lot of the Harry and David vanilla brulee, which is quite good. Honestly, probably a third of my coffee cabinet. We have a cabinet with coffee. A third of my coffee cabinet's Harry and David. Just so good. Anyway, alive, well, healthy. Yeah, to recap, I have no idea what these fruits are. If you know, please tell me. I'm gonna do research here and there and try and figure it out, but I'm not putting them in my mouth until I have an idea what they are. Because I don't want to end up like, was it Adam from Way to Eden? Defiantly taking a bite of that pear or whatever. Again, if you know, you know. Yeah. Crazy week. And I have no idea what we're doing work-wise right now, because some of the stores that we would be helping out at are flooded, and the other half are without power still, as of this morning anyway. So, I don't know what we're doing. Should be great. And our store manager is pretty much trapped in her home because her entire neighborhood is flooded out. She sent me pictures earlier today, and I was like, hey, nice. Got a kayak? Anyway. Welcome to Florida. We're okay, and I hope you are too. I hope you are too. And sending some special love down to Naples. You know who you are. Been worried about you. Alright. Signing off for the moment. Make it a great day.